Today's First Alert afternoon weather update is brought to you by Lockhart Roofing.
Happy Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here live for our Wednesday 2 p.m. First Alert weather live stream update. I want to thank everyone for joining me here today as we take a look at some of those colder temperatures that continue to sort of show up here over the next couple of days. Obviously, it's getting to that time of year. We're in December. Our average high starts to drop. Many of us are going to say, hey, it's just wintertime, and it is, but I think it's a shock to the system for some, as we've really had a pretty nice couple of months here with temperatures trying to sit above average. Now again, we are first alerting you to more cold weather through the remainder of the week into our weekend. Sub-zero wind chills are going to be possible for both Thursday and Friday mornings, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of those sub-zero temperatures as we get beyond the weekend into next week. So definitely on the colder side, we just had that colder air continuing to filter into mid-Michigan over the last couple of days. Take a look at Sky Tracker though. It is on the quieter side. There is some fog out there. Just be prepared for that if you are hitting the roadways. You could come across some of that, reducing visibilities. Also could be freezing on surfaces, so it could just create some slick areas, some icy spots, but for the most part we should be in good shape. Just some light snow right now trying to fall out in western Michigan and northern Michigan. Just a sight we will continue to see on and off here over the next couple of days. It's just that light snow. Accumulations won't be much, but there could be some, and just enough to notice it falling from the sky. Now we take a look outside. We're going to look at downtown Saginaw first, where you are seeing again, cloudy skies, maybe some fog off in the distance there, but for the most part, things are looking to be in pretty good shape here in downtown Saginaw. I do always like to look out across the state, so an area that's been sort of hit a lot over the last couple days. This is Muskegon there as you're getting closer to Lake Michigan. Lots of snow on the ground, obviously lake effect snow impacting them over, again, really the last 2 days. Lots of snow, and I did want to highlight somewhere a little bit warmer just so we can all dream that we were looking like this right now, and this is Daytona Beach down there in Florida. So it would be a lot nicer to look like that. It would be a lot nicer to get on the beach. Obviously, we're not that lucky here in Michigan, but we go back here to our temperatures. Again, it is on the cooler side, mid-20s to the upper 20s, and then a few lower 30s do get splashed in there. Standish 32, Gladwin at 32, Clare at 32 right now. So just enough that you are going to see just some warmer temperatures there, but not by much, only a few degrees, but is at that freezing mark for this sort of Wednesday 2 p.m. time frame. And we'll continue to see, I think, a few more areas try to get into that 30 range as we get through our afternoon. It's going to be close. Most areas it's upper 20s, but a few more lower 30s wouldn't surprise me through the rest of our Wednesday. Then we look at our wind. It's on the breezier side, out of the west-southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. A few areas up to 25 miles per hour. We can see Caseville there at 22. So definitely breezy out there. You're definitely going to notice it as you're getting out and about for your Wednesday routine. It isn't anything extreme, but just that noticeable wind. That's what's helping it feel a little bit cooler out there with the combination of those colder temperatures that we do have outside. And we do have a few wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. It's looking like Holton Lake at 24, Flint 24, Port Hope at 25, Bad Axe at 22, Lapeer 19. Just a few areas seeing some wind gusts trying to increase. But again, there is some fog out there. Let's see if I can get our visibility map out here real quick, just to show if there is any fog. So again, there is a little bit of that fog wanting to build out there. So don't be surprised if you do come across some reduced visibility, especially out towards 127. Our Mount Pleasant cam actually has that reduced visibility. It also has some ice on it. So that tells us maybe that fog is freezing on surfaces. But I think it's mostly out towards areas like north of the bay and then that 127 corridor from Mount Pleasant down to possibly Lansing, seeing some of that fog. So just be prepared for that. Could also see some light snow in those areas. Just sort of a combination of precipitation chances with that area. Now, before I go to our first break here, we are going to look at our 7-day forecast. and it is showing us, again, that snow chance on and off through the day. Will be dry tomorrow, but we're also going to be colder. Highs, upper teens, lower 20s. Those 20s will stay around for Friday, but it also looks like we should be mostly dry for Friday. It's going to be late Friday into Saturday that we look to hold another chance of some lighter snow, and then having those flurries for Sunday before keeping us a little drier into Monday and possibly Tuesday. We'll see how that develops. We're obviously a long ways out from Tuesday, but the big theme you see is colder temperatures almost every day except really today, below that freezing mark. So teens tomorrow, 20s and 30s for the weekend, and it looks like 20s for most of next week. And another thing you'll notice here is single digits for our lows. So again, definitely going to see some colder nights. Thursday night, single digits widespread, and then Sunday night, seeing those single digits become more widespread. So definitely on the cooler side for this time of year. But I do have to take a quick break right now. Once I come back from that break, we're just going to be looking at temperatures and feels like temperatures for the next couple of days. We're also, again, going to be looking at some snow chances. So don't go anywhere. If you're looking for those updates, we'll have them in just about a minute. Well, welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here, live for the second half of our First Alert Weather live stream. I want to thank everyone for joining me here once again. Obviously, we do these streams every day at 2 p.m. or most days at 2 p.m. Sometimes they are a little bit earlier. But so let's take a look at our temperature trends. Again, we're going to be looking at how our temperatures set up here over the next couple of days. And what we see is we actually do have a little bit of warming through the remainder of the day. I think we could start to see some more areas into the lower 30s by 5 to 6 p.m., but it's not by much. Only a few more degrees you may rise as we get through 5 to 6 p.m. And then as we get to the night, we see those temperatures already starting to drop by about 9 p.m. And then by midnight, it's the lower 20s. And then lows for tonight into tomorrow morning, well, they're going to be back into the lower teens and even a few single digits. So again, it is going to be colder out there. You're going to want to be bundled up. Wind chill's also going to be a factor because our winds look to stay strong through the night. But we can look at our future feels like and see that. Tonight, as we start to see those temperatures drop, we're going to see our feels like upper teens to the lower teens, a little cooler there to the north with areas like West Branch, Gladwin, Clare, Holton Lake, all at 13 and 14 degrees. Then as you're waking up tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., you're definitely going to feel it as you're getting out and about for your Thursday morning routine. Temperatures there below zero in the sub-zero area, at zero in some locations. So we can see Clare 6 below zero, Mount Pleasant 7 below, Saginaw 7 below, Owasso at 8 below zero. So those are obviously some of the cooler temperatures, but it isn't much different. Just those below zero temperatures all across mid-Michigan, and even into the afternoon and evening, it doesn't warm up very much. Again, we were showing highs in the teens. Actually, I'll see if I can load up our high temperature for tomorrow real quick here. See, is this it? Highs for tomorrow aren't much warmer. It's upper teens, lower 20s. So with stronger winds predicted or anticipated and these cooler temperatures, those feels like temperatures, again, continue to sit at zero or even maybe below zero in many locations. If you're going to be a little bit warmer, and it's not by much, it's going to be up there to the north. West Branch at 9 degrees and the areas along the shoreline there to the bay in the single digits, lower teens. But definitely a cold one as we get through Friday morning. It's more of the same. Temperatures going to be dropping. You're going to have wind chills be a factor, and it feels like temperature below zero almost across all of mid-Michigan. It's just some of those northern areas just barely above zero. West Branch at 0, Houghton Lake at 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Then as we get through our weekend, we may get a little bit of improvement. It still looks like it's going to be a cold one Sunday morning with areas at or near zero, either above or below zero. Looks to be a little bit warmer to the east-southeast with Flint at 6, Lapeer at 8, Sandusky at 4 degrees, Port Hope at 12 degrees. So those are going to be your warmer areas. And then as you move sort of west-northwest, Gladwin 3 below zero, Clare at 1 below zero, Mount Pleasant at 2 below zero. So just cold mornings as we get through the remainder of the week into our weekend. So obviously if you're someone that's going to be out there hunting, I know hunting season continues for the next couple of weeks here. Just make sure you're bundled up if you're going to be sitting in that tent. Find a way to keep warm. I know that's not the funnest thing to do, is be in that hunting blind when it's very cold outside. By Monday morning, we start to see some temperatures start to try to rise. Maybe winds calm down as well. So our feels like temperature by Monday afternoon, still cold, still in the teens, but definitely an improvement from being below zero at that time frame. Now looking at our forecasted gusts is going to show that with the combination of cold temperatures, why we're seeing our feels like temperatures be below zero. Through the rest of our afternoon, our winds will mostly be out of the west, start to transition to be out of the northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So a noticeable breeze as you're getting through your Wednesday. We get to Thursday, and there isn't much change. It's going to be breezy. This is 11 a.m. Wind gust out of the northwest at 15 to, let's say, 30 miles per hour. May actually increase a little bit more as you're going into northern Huron County. Bad Axe up to 26, Port Hope at 27. And I think those are areas that I think you're typically used to seeing stronger wind, but with the colder temperatures, you're definitely going to feel that combination as you're getting out and about. And then by the afternoon, winds will calm down, but then don't last very long. Into the evening on Thursday, this is 11 p.m., so overnight hours, winds will start to increase once again. These are winds from now the south, so that's the change is going to be that wind direction, still at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And then as we head into Friday morning, still, it is going to be breezy. Winds from the south, southwest at 20 to now, let's say, 35 miles per hour, with our strongest winds coming there across the shoreline cities around the bay. Saginaw up to 25, Flint at 20, Bay City at 25, and this continues to stay breezy as we head through both Saturday and possibly Sunday. Now, hour by hour shows that light snow will continue through the remainder of our Wednesday, overnight into tonight, but by Thursday, it does look like even with that northwest wind, lake effect snow isn't going to be that widespread. I'm not going to count on an isolated chance of some lake effect snow through the remainder of our Thursday, but for the most part should be dry. Actually, I think we see some sunshine at times through Thursday afternoon. Won't be totally blue skies out there, but definitely a good mix. Anyone that's looking for some sun, you most likely get it. It's just going to be a colder day outdoors. Then as we move into Friday, you do get some light cloud cover wanting to build itself in early in the morning on Friday, and then as we get into the afternoon / evening, there's been some signals we start to see some snow. It will be on the lighter side, but it is there to see that light snow chance as we get through Friday night into Saturday morning, but it does look like by Saturday afternoon, most of that chance should be gone. In terms of accumulating snow, I just wanted to highlight any light snow we get this afternoon. We'll have a chance to see some light accumulations. I think at most, a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, but many probably won't even see that. So we're still going to be pretty dry, not adding on too much snow from what we had over the last couple of days. And then as we head into the weekend, Friday into Saturday, maybe adding a few more accumulation chances, so maybe a quarter of an inch to 3/4 of an inch. I just have to see how things develop here over the next couple of days. There's still some inconsistencies with models when it comes to that snow chance for Friday into Saturday. But if we do get snow, it doesn't look to be anything major, just another sort of light accumulation if we do get that development. No. So I did want to pull up beyond the weekend here on an hour by hour just to see what we're seeing. Again, there might be a light snow chance for Sunday, but isn't long term. Should be out of there by late Sunday afternoon. Monday looks to be dry, maybe just some lake effect stuff out west and maybe into Huron County. But again, that looks to be a small chance. I think it will be Tuesday that we may have to just watch for another system. Again, it looks to be on the weaker side, but it is still bringing a chance of snow as we're getting through Monday night into Tuesday morning. So something we just get to this time of year, we may just have to watch out for just in case. It does set up a little bit better, but right now is holding on to a weaker snow chance for Tuesday into Wednesday. And we'll see that here on our 7-day forecasts. If it loads, there it goes. So again, right before we end the stream, I always like to look at our 7-day forecast. It is lower 30s for Wednesday, for today. Tomorrow we're going to be drier, less snow chances, but have those colder temperatures sitting back in the upper teens. We're back into the lower 20s for Friday, the 30s on Saturday, but we do introduce some lighter snow chances for both Saturday and Sunday. I don't think it's going to be anything that ruins any weekend plans you might have, but you might notice it. You might notice a few flakes falling from the sky as you're getting out and about for the weekend. Then as we head into next week, again, 20s back on Monday, 20s on Tuesday, and just have to keep an eye on that snow chance. Looks to be light for Tuesday morning, but obviously we're 7 days away, still 6 days away. Things can definitely change between now and then. But as always, we'll be keeping you up to date with that snow chance, either here on our live streams. We have multiple throughout the day now, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening with all your First Alert meteorologists. So keeping you up to date all the time. You can also head over to our website at WNEM.com. There you can check out our weather tab. There's always updates about the weather on that page. You can also check out more local news and sports there on our website. You can also catch up to more of our live streams there. But with that, I don't see any questions. Hello to everyone that came into chat and said hi. Sorry I missed that. My chat must have been updating a little bit slower today. But thanks for everyone that joined me here today. Hopefully you can enjoy these cooler temperatures, and hopefully you can stay dry from that light snow that we do have over the next couple of days.
Thank you for joining us. Today's stream has been brought to you by Lockhart Roofing.